Tonight at 10, it's not hard to find commercial motor vehicles here in the Permian Basin with the constant oil field traffic. The Texas Department of Public Safety ran an operation last month in the Midland-Odessa area that brought in troopers from all across the state to crack down on our roads. And Tyler Dupnick is with us tonight. Tyler, what were the results of those efforts here?
Well, Alex, DPS issued over 1,000 citations and close to 3,000 warnings. They also had to focus on those commercial motor vehicles. Now, ultimately, this was a three-day excursion, and almost half of those 332 CMVs were out of service, and 35 drivers were taken out of service as well, showing that more work needs to be done here in the Permian Basin. It doesn't take a state trooper to spot commercial motor vehicles here in West Texas.
The majority of truckers and folks involved in the freight industry are great.
But it does to spot their issues.
Nearly half the vehicles that our troopers inspected found major violations, whereas the national average is around 20%. So we're doubling the national average on the amount of unsafe vehicles that are on our roadways here in the Permian Basin.
Those major violations vary in creating CMVs that are unsafe.
They can range anywhere from light violations to brake violations to load securement violations. So there's a wide variety of safety-related violations that can remove a truck from the roadway.
Midland-Odessa Transportation Alliance President James Beecham says those violations shouldn't be taken lightly.
To see, essentially half of the trucks on the road out here getting pulled out of service for not minor violations, but major violations is important, particularly as we look again at about 38% of your fatalities involving a commercial motor vehicle. We've got to step that up.
With the data as evidence, those in charge of CMVs must do a better job.
Companies need to emphasize safety and equipment of their commercial vehicles, and also emphasize that their drivers have the correct types of licenses and are properly licensed when they're operating those vehicles.
While it takes the Texas Department of Public Safety to find unsafe vehicles, every West Texan has a role on the road.
It takes everybody, it takes compliance, it takes everybody being safety-minded, from the driver of a small F-150 all the way up to someone driving a large commercial vehicle weighing 80,000 pounds. We all have to share the roads, and we all have to drive safely and drive courteously on our roads here in the Permian Basin.
Now, Sergeant Blanco told me that during those CMV inspections, their troopers were able to educate those drivers and companies on what they need to do to put a safe vehicle on the road. He also noted that they continuously run operations to reduce crashes and deaths, as well as getting those unsafe vehicles off the road like they did here, Alex.